Here's a number you've almost certainly seen quoted. MIT researchers found that false news is 70% more likely to be shared than the truth, and that true stories take about 6 times as long to reach 1,500 people. It's a real study, published in Science. The number is accurate, and almost every single person who quotes it is using it to say something the study never actually said. By the end of this video, you'll be able to catch that yourself. Not just with this number, with any number. This isn't a video telling you to stop trusting statistics. I'm going to argue almost the exact opposite of where these videos usually land. Ancient Greece, Plato's dialogue, The Gorgias. Socrates is arguing with a professional persuader, and he lands one comparison that still stings. Rhetoric, he says, is to justice what cookery is to medicine. Cookery makes you feel wonderful and knows nothing whatsoever about your actual health. A statistic in a headline is often exactly that. The number is true. The persuasion built around it is the lie. It wears the coat of mathematics. In 1954, Darrell Huff wrote the practical manual for this, a book called How to Lie with Statistics. The well-chosen baseline, the truncated axis. 3 traps, here they are. First, base rates. A test is 99% accurate for a condition affecting 1 person in 1,000. You test positive. How worried should you be? Run it on 1,000 people. 1 person actually has it. The other 999 don't. But at a 1% error rate, about 10 get flagged anyway. 11 positive results, only 1 is real. Your actual chance of having the condition, roughly 9%, not 99. The number was true. It just wasn't the number you needed. Second, relative versus absolute. Doubles your risk. Terrifying phrase. Often literally true. Doubles it from what though? If the starting risk is 1 in 10,000, doubling it gives you 2 in 10,000. 100% increase in relative terms and an absolute change of 1/100th of 1%. Both descriptions are honest. Only one of them makes the headline. Third, and this one is genuinely strange. Simpson's paradox. Berkeley, 1973. Graduate admissions. Overall, men were admitted at a higher rate. Then someone broke it down department by department. And in most individual departments, women were admitted at an equal or higher rate than men. Both facts true. How? Women had applied disproportionately to the most competitive departments. A trend can reverse depending on how data is grouped. The grouping is a choice. So now, go back to my opening statistic. 70% more likely to be shared. Compared to what? That's a relative figure, not an absolute one. Out of how many? The study didn't look at all news. It looked at stories that 6 fact-checking organizations had already investigated. That's a very specific pool. Who counted and at what level? Twitter, 2006 to 2017. Before TikTok existed at scale, before the current era entirely. The finding is real, but the claim is specific. And here's my actual twist. The lesson is not distrust statistics, trust your gut. Your gut is worse. Unaided intuition walks straight into all 3 traps by default. Statistical literacy isn't cynicism. It's a small set of questions, learnable by absolutely anyone, including people who spend their lives believing they're bad at math. 3 questions. Compared to what? Every number needs a baseline. Out of how many? Every count needs a denominator. Who counted and at what level? That's it. Next episode, we leave headlines behind for the before and after transformation photo. What it shows you and what it keeps out of frame. See you there.